Boggiano.
Good morning, fellow Toastmasters. You notice it's getting warmer.
Yes.
Not just in here, I mean outside. Outside. Actually, it is getting warmer outside. It's been getting warmer by 2 degrees since the past 100 years. And the rate of warming is increasing. The last 2 decades of the 20th century were actually the warmest 2 decades in the past 400 years, and some believe the warmest 2 decades of any millennium. Nowhere on Earth this feeling affects more than the Arctic. Alaska, Western Canada, and Eastern Russia, average temperatures are increasing at twice the rate of anywhere else in the global planet. To the fact that the Arctic ice is incredibly disappearing. It's melting. In effect, by the year 2040, we are going to experience the first ice-free Arctic region ever. It might even happen sooner. Unbelievable amount of polar bears are drowning to the effect that the survival is in doubt. What's causing it? The ice floats are becoming further and further apart from where they have to swim to in order to go hunting for food. So instead of swimming from here to here, they're swimming from here over to the bar. The exhaustion is killing them. Also, our mountain glaciers are melting. For example, Montana's National Glacier Park currently has 27 glaciers versus the 150 that existed in 1910. So 100 years, we've lost nearly 5/6 of the glaciers in the park. If you want to see a glacier, you better go see it soon, because another 5, 10, 15 years, it might not be there. Our oceans are also experiencing stress. Bleaching, which is stress caused to coral reefs, which results in them dying off. In 1998, the worst year of bleaching occurred. Nearly 70% of certain reefs were lost due to the stress that was brought on by the increase in water temperatures. What's causing this? Well, global warming, we've all heard about it in the news. Greenhouse gases, very beneficial. We need greenhouse gases in order to survive. Without them in the atmosphere, we would be on average 0 degrees temperature on the surface of the Earth. Not a nice place to live. With the gases, it's 58 degrees. We can survive. But what's happening over the years because of our consumption is that the density and the concentration of the gases in the atmosphere have increased. Carbon dioxide, which is the most common, methane, and water vapor, which is naturally occurring, have all increased and magnified the effects of trapping of gases in the atmosphere. As a result, the temperatures are rising. There are global initiatives underway right now. Alternative energy sources, you talk about wind power, you talk about solar panel fields, you talk about thermal energy production. However, all those are years and years away from being implemented. What's necessary today is a grassroots effort to start to combat the effects of the increased levels of the greenhouse gases in the atmosphere. And it starts with us. 6 months ago, if you talk to anybody in South Florida about carpooling, mass transit, you would get a look of, huh? Me? It's not me. It just doesn't make sense. You notice though, when you're driving on 995 during rush hour, the amount of carpools that are on the road today. Next time you're on down by I-95, take a gather at a parking lot for Tri-Rail. You can't find a spot. Okay? I would like to think that people are doing the right thing by conserving energy, but I know better. We know better than that. It's amazing how as gasoline has risen to $4 a gallon and beyond, the people have found it a little bit more convenient to carpool and to use mass transit as they did 6 months ago. It's become economically convenient for them to carpool and to use mass transit. Another area where we can make an impact on conservation. We all drink these, right? America, #1 consumer of these. 28 billion, that's a B, billion bottles per year we drink of bottled water. You realize that a quarter of this bottle in petroleum is necessary to produce this bottle? 17 million barrels of crude oil is used on an annual basis to make the water bottles that we drink from. That's enough oil for 1 million cars to drive 1 year. What compounds the problem as well is how many of these bottles get recycled on an annual basis, on a proration basis? 1 of 6. 1 of 6. So 5 of these bottles are ending up in landfills, in the ocean, on the side of the road. It's not environmentally sensitive. Alternatives? Simple. Use these. Let's use these. They're reusable. I mean, the plastic, I give you, they're plastic, but they're reusable. Now I'm going to appeal to your economic sense. Light bulbs. Here's another simple measure that you can take. This light bulb versus this light bulb. 2 100-watt bulbs. You replace 2 100-watt bulbs with these, this versus this. You will save over the lifetime of the bulb $100 in savings directly to your pocket, and you will eliminate 1,300 pounds of carbon dioxide going into the atmosphere. Other simple household savings that you can implement. You all have chargers, right? How many people just plug it in, charge up your phone, take the phone off, and walk away from it? You want to save $5 on an annual basis? When you're done charging the phone, don't leave it in the wall. Take it out of the wall. That's a $5 savings. How many people have a home office here? You got a printer, computer, shredder all hooked up, right? Yeah. How many of you leave it powered on all through the day? I do. I did. That's $100 in savings. If you just, on an annual basis, if you just walked away and turned it off. You can use a simple device. It's this. Okay, so you maybe don't want to go out and pull out all the plugs. Well, all you can do is this. Get power strip. And when you leave, turn it off. Other cost savings that you can incur, ceiling fans. How many people are in the perception that using ceiling fans will lower your cost or consumption of electricity? I did.
That's what we heard for years.
That's what we heard for years. Problem is that all a fan does is move the air around. When you're not in the room, it doesn't cool you. You can save $100 a year also by just turning that fan off. Florida Power and Light will actually come into your house and do an energy audit for you. For nothing. They'll tell you ways where you're wasting electricity, should you be replacing your appliances. They will come in and perform that function for free. All it takes is a phone call. That's all it takes. In 1936, Winston Churchill, in response to a storm, unprecedented storm that was brewing in the continental Europe, had this statement: the era of procrastination, of half measures, of delays, is coming to its close. In its place is a period of consequences. We are entering that period of consequences with global warming. My parents' generation is considered to be the greatest generation of all times. Not because they fought the war for fame or glory. They fought because it was the right thing to do. Energy conservation is the right thing to do for our generation. fellow Toastmasters.